Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, I got a post here from 4D Sky and they say, why are helicopters in the US constantly crashing? Doesn't make any sense, with a video underneath from Neuron. Neuron have then responded to this and said, wake me up when it will change. And the Hedera Foundation have reposted this. So I took a look at the video and it is a interview with Neuron and they're just talking about what they do, and I thought I'd just give you a breakdown here. I've covered Neuron before, so you probably have an idea, but just a basic update on what they're doing and how they're going about this and the success that they're actually having. So how it would work originally with these airports is that they would pay for like these $10 million radar systems, okay, and that's what they would use to like track the flights. But one of the things that he was saying is that, like, you know, these smaller airports, they can't afford $10 million radar systems. You know, he's saying that, you know, some of these airports, like the smaller ones, are not even going to make that enough in revenue, like annually. So, you know, they can't afford these kind of things. But what he's saying now is with technology, we're at a point now where we can do this with sensors instead. So what they do is they fill the airport with sensors, the flights with sensors, and they track it all basically through the airport. It all connects to the airport, and then basically they can use these sensors to actually, you know, track the airport and track what's coming in and out of the airport. So this is basically what Neuron's use case is. And, you know, obviously this is going to be a much cheaper solution than the $10 million radars that they've been paying for originally. And they're basically saying that, you know, this is something that they've actually done for airports as of recent. You know, they've actually saying that they've helped a country, I think it was Sicily, they said. I think it said Land's End in Sicily, if I remember rightly. And they were saying that they've got some, you know, some clients, which is the NHS and the postal service, helping them set up tracks to make deliveries and stuff. And they're using the sensors so the airports can, like, you know, watch, track the actual deliveries and stuff. And so, you know, the woman asked them, like, how is it going? Like, has it been successful? And he said, yeah, it's been massively successful, to a point now where they're actually getting, you know, they're actually getting attention now. They're actually having people come to them, like airports coming to them wanting to install these sensors. And so, you know, the thing that I wanted to show you about this is, like, the first thing that was said, why are helicopters in the US constantly crashing? Like, this is the kind of thing that Hedera can completely stop, like with Neuron's use case. And to me, that's a big deal because, like, forget just, you know, okay, the money perspective for a second. Like, people are dying in these crashes. Like, we're talking about people's lives in the balance here. So for me, even just from a human perspective, like, this is something that can, like, save lives, literally. So, you know, like, yes, this is great in terms of, you know, Hedera adoption and value, but, like, this is a life-saving technology right here, life-saving use case. So, you know, when I look at this and I think what they can do, again, like, do you not think that this is going to be something that's going to be utilized in the future? And even for the airports, it's going to save them money. You know, like, they're not going to have to pay like $10 million for a radar system. They just use these sensors, and these sensors will be cheaper. Because with the technology that they have now, the way they're going to be able to track these sensors, they will be able to see everything they need to see. And so what they're saying is that with these sensors now, like, you won't have these planes crashing with each other. Like, that shouldn't be a thing that happens, because it should be that these sensors are accurate enough that they can see what's coming in and what's going out. So they should be able to obviously keep, you know, these planes alert of what's going on. Like the pilot saying, hey, like, we've got a plane coming in, just be careful, or whatever, you know, you need to keep a certain distance or whatever. So this is really big stuff, guys. Like, this is really amazing stuff. And, you know, for me, even just from the human aspect, like, if this is going to, like, help save people's lives, then I'm all for it. You know, I really am, because I have noticed, like, obviously we heard about it when, you know, the Doge department were, like, cutting a lot of jobs and stuff, and then suddenly there was just a load of crashes going on, and it was just crazy. And, you know, like, people weren't surviving these crashes. You know, this is really bad stuff. So, you know, like, I see that kind of thing going on, and I look at what this technology can bring, and this is why I say it will change industries. This is what Hedera will be able to do. It will change industries for the better. So do you not think, like, as they said now, like, they've had, you know, people doing word of mouth where, like, airports have spoke about the technology, and now other airports are wanting to work with them. And they've even got just, like, small helipad services wanting to work with them as well to install things as well around their helipads. Do you not think that this is just going to grow? It will. Like, eventually, it will probably take time. It won't happen overnight. But eventually, I think all these airports will just move over to sensor technology. They'll be using services like Neuron. So yes, this is what's going to happen. That's quite clear to me. So I just think this is just incredible stuff when I look at these things and see like the differences that this technology can make. This is what it can bring. So once again, when I say to you guys, like, value, price, don't worry about price. Like, what you're looking at here is technology that will shape the future, that will change industries. There's going to be value in that. This is happening right now on the Hedera network. So you can see the value being built. This is the proof of that. So guys, like, you know, I look at this and I just think, man, this is incredible stuff. And I said it to you from before, like the last time I was covering Neuron, they'd done like a little exhibition where they've been talking about what they've been doing, and they had like real like big government heads there who were like watching and, you know, supporting. So they even had the eyes of like the government watching them. So clearly they've got the right people's attention here. So they're just going to continue to grow on this and build on this, because clearly it's been successful so far from what they've done. So real great stuff here, really incredible stuff. But this is the future, guys. Like, this is what we're seeing happening right now. It seems slow because, you know, you're not just seeing the price just boom, but like this is being built. Like, you're watching everything being built brick by brick. So, you know, to me, this is stuff that just keeps me confident about the future. So I thought I'd share this with you. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.